So please turn on the video cam. Okay. Okay, welcome back everyone. So today is the first online meeting. Because I have so much function going on, so that's why I could not write off your paper yet. Okay, let's keep up. All right, so let me see. Some of you set up for group presentation. Let me. I forgot the number. Anyway, so Nathan, who you team up with?
Aubrey.
He's here.
Yeah.
Okay, so any topic? Design your topic yet?
We have not.
Okay, about Jasmine. You have topic yet, Jasmine?
Yes.
What's the topic? Who is your partner?
I haven't chose one yet.
Okay. So what's your topic in your mind?
I have none in mind.
Not yet.
No.
You have any camcorder here? I mean, the video cam here. Try to turn on video cam so we can communicate directly. Okay. From Matt, right? Matthew, right? Who is your partner?
My partner is Martha. We haven't chosen a topic yet.
Okay, so please do so. Okay. Let's see about Nelly, right? Who's your partner?
Yes, over here. Danielle.
Okay. So what's your topic?
We haven't picked the topic yet. We haven't picked the topic yet.
Okay. About Isaac, partner, Isaac.
I haven't. I think for the group project, I'm just going to do the essay. Although I put a in the discussion for anybody who wants to do the final project.
Okay. Okay. How about Richard?
Yeah. What was the question?
Who is your partner?
Lillian.
Okay. You decide.
That's me.
We were doing Buddhism.
Okay. In general, or any specific topic about Buddhism?
For right now, I'm assuming it's just in general.
Okay. All right. About our bride, right? Is that right? Our bride holes. Yes.
Recording on here, is that breaking?
Here.
Oh, so, okay. So
she's in the room with us. Yeah, there.
are you guys in the class?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's good then.
I know we should all get on one, and so it's not echoey and weird, right?
Oh, that's good. Okay, who's your partner?
My partner's Nathaniel.
Daniel, he's here.
I'm over here.
Nathan, sorry.
Oh, Nathan. Or okay, I see. How many of you are in the class now?
Currently
6 of us.
Okay, good. You guys can. Okay, that's fine. You can come together.
there should be 7 shortly.
So, okay. How about Daniel? Who's with you, Daniel? Daniel, can you hear me?
Where'd Daniel go?
Okay, how about the pattern, right? And who is the phone number here is 832-800-2608. Who is that?
That is Lillian. I'm right here. I'm with Danielle. Hello.
Okay, good. So you guys team up together for group project?
We just had our last class together, so we did the video call together.
You guys work together?
Yeah, I'm partnering up with Richard.
Okay. What's the topic then?
About Buddhism, as they mentioned.
Okay. All right. Good then. Anyone else I miss? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's start. Okay, William, are you team up with anyone yet?
Yes. What's your last name, maybe?
Who is that?
One moment, please. It's about to log on. One moment. You can come over here and share.
Okay. That's right. That you guys come together in the class. So six of you up over there.
7 now.
7 of us now.
Good. That's great then. Okay.
We were.
Oh, they're on here.
We have.
World somewhere.
Okay.
Regarding our group presentation, Andy and I have already met, and we decided on a discussion on Shintoism. Yes.
Okay, yes. Good. Right then. Okay. I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah.
Oh, it's cooler there.
This is kind of cool. I'm at the new center, so we have a grand opening celebration on this weekend. So I'll be so busy, and I just raised some of your paper, not all. So by next week I will finish. I will send for you guys. Okay, so let's move on. Before we discuss about the questions I put for this second week. So, any questions so far for the syllabus, for representation? Oh, by the way, who did come to my center on last Sunday? Any one of you? Okay.
I did.
Okay. How was that? You were in my Buddhist class too, right?
Yeah, in both. Yeah.
Can you
it was interesting. It was a celebration of parents and what they give up and the hard work they put into raising children. And the idea is when the children grow up, they're supposed to put the same amount of respect to their parents when they get older and take care of them. So it was a good celebration.
Okay, good.
So did you go home and respect your parents?
Yeah.
Yep, that was the idea.
Yeah. Anyone else were there? Food there, right? Anyone else?
I wanted to go, but there was like an Eventbrite ticket that I tried to sign up for and it wouldn't let me, so I thought I couldn't go, so I didn't go.
You didn't let me know. You didn't tell me. You can go. I just put that Eventbrite so that I know who is coming. That's all. Oh wow, you missed that, but don't miss the second one in October. Okay.
Okay, next one in October. I will go to that one then.
Yeah, for 15 points. Yeah, it's still. Yeah, it's still good. Yeah, it's still good for you to understand the culture and traditions. You have that kind of first-hand experience. It's much better than you learn from the books or internet. Right? You met with people. Or Isaac, did you stay back to have lunch with us, or you went left early?
No, I actually brought a friend who wasn't in the class. So afterwards, after the celebration or before eating, I had to drive him back home. So I didn't stay for the food. But I think for the next celebration, if it's possible, I may.
Yeah, you miss the fun. You miss the delicious.
Miss the fun part, all the food.
Just stay back. Stay back and enjoy the food for free.
I will next time. That's for sure.
Hi, Andy. Yeah, can you turn on the video cam if you can? Or anyone, if you please turn on the video cam if you can, so that we can communicate each other directly. Okay. Anyway, so that's great then. How about Andy? You find out any partner yet?
Any partner?
Yes.
For the group presentation?
Yes.
He's working with me.
Oh, okay, good then. That's great. Okay. Oh, okay, good. Oh, thank you, Nathan. Right, you open the group me, right? Wow, with the class and Asian relation. Okay, that's good. Anyone have any question for me before we move on? So how are the assignments? Is it easy to follow through? Any confusion? Okay.
Seems pretty straightforward on my end. Just read and write, right?
Yeah, it's straightforward, right? Especially you take two my classes, right? It's it's similar format for Buddhist class too. Right? If you follow the pattern, you won't miss anything. If you get work hard, you would not fail in this class. Okay. Actually, before we move on, it's once in a while, not every semester. I have some students, they just set up the class and didn't do anything. So I could not do except give them an app, that's all. I cannot do anything. So if you work hard, so you would earn good grade, especially I give you many chances to recoup your points and so forth. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Now, according to the schedule, you guys supposed to pick up the questions, right, to respond. I mean that for this online discussion, we have total 15 points for you guys. 10 points for join and 5 points for participation. All right, so before you talk, please spell your name so that the recording discussion, right? So that when finish up this discussion, I have to review it and give you guys the rate, okay? So make sure to spell your name when you want to talk, okay? But make sure to share. Whether you say correctly or not, it's not important. Important is your sharing, okay? All right, so let's move on. Let's let's move on to the question. And for this second week, okay? Who have done the second week assignment? Anyone of you have done any kind of? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Let me share with you. Okay. The first question. Explain how the unification and diffusion of mirror creations are expressed. Expression of the cosmic principle according to Taoism in terms of primordial chaos, yin and yang. Who would like to do the first question?
Oh.
We need your participation, whether you say right or wrong, doesn't matter, just share, okay? Please speak up to get 5 points. Otherwise, if you remain silent, you have only 10 points, okay?
We did Taoism.
First one, who would like to respond to this question?
I'm confused. I'm going to talk real quick.
Yeah, your name, please?
Martha.
Yeah, go ahead.
I answered a whole bunch of questions on Hinduism, like Hinduism too. Like there were questions that I answered that, like the first question was, provide various meanings of dharma and karma in Hindu tradition. Describe 4 primary sources.
Oh, let me see here. Let me go back to the content. Let's see how.
Yeah, I did the second half of Hinduism.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think we're still on the Hinduism, right?
Yes.
So that's where you guys are, right?
Yes. That's what this week's reading is.
You like the water. That's where we are.
Forget that. Let's go back to Hinduism, week 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I messed up with that question. Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How come? How come it point out to Taoism? Okay. How about let's go back to Two quick one then. Sorry, I messed up with the question list. Let's go back to question list for.
Yeah, it's under week 2.
Yeah, which one? Let's go back. What's that?
Week 2.
I know, but somehow. Okay, let's focus on. Yeah, let's focus on the first week then. Yeah, let me share. Sorry, it's my mistake. Okay, let's go back. Okay, how about explain the word Hindu both explicit and profound meanings? We can do that. Hindu, what means Hindu? Anyone of you? Anyone of you? Anyone of you have done this number? No?
One that we answered.
All right. So Hindu is that means the Indus. We start with the Indus Valley, Indus River. That's why the poor people who live around the Indus Valley. This is part of Pakistan and India now. Okay. So they start with that kind of civilization, and they call themselves as Hindu. Okay, the one that follow the Veda traditions. That's what they do.
Could you repeat?
Yeah, okay. Right. It's actually try to control the voice now. Okay, how about what are the differences between? Yeah, please. What are the differences between secular and sacred Hindu tradition? Who can respond to this question? What are the differences between secular and sacred traditions, Hindu traditions? Yeah, this is
Can everybody mute here unless you're responding?
Okay. The echo because you guys stay together, is that right? Be careful. Yeah. Copy the phone then. Okay, let's go back to number 2. Who would like to do this? Who would like to do this? Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. So if you don't talk, please mute yourself. Okay? Please mute the sound, the audio. You know how to mute the audio? If you don't talk, so this one will have an echo. Yeah. If you're talking, you can talk. Okay? And anyone like to respond to this question? What's the difference? What's the difference between secular and sacred Hindu traditions? What means? What's the difference? No. The difference is that for the sacred tradition, Hindu tradition, right? That for the priest, the one who do the chanting of the Vedas, and especially for the Brahmin or the priest class. Okay, so you know in India they classify people in 4 classes. The first one, the Brahmin, the priest. The second one is the Yoya are the government class, and the third is the business, a merchant, and the last one is the servant or the slave. Right. So for them, the sacred Hindu tradition most time refer to the priest class, right? The Brahmin monks, Brahmin priests. Okay. Yes. And this secular, that's most time is for people, for the royal class, for business class, and for the servant class too. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Provide the archaeological evidence at the city of the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro that relate to early Indian tradition. Anyone like to do this?
I can do this one. This is Nathan.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the cities have been excavated, and they found like a huge, giant pool thing. known as like the Great Bath that they think possessed a religious function.
Mm-hmm. And what else?
Then there was also they found writings, so they think that the people were literate, could read and write, but they don't know. They haven't successfully translated the writings yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else? That's all. Anyone else like to ask more?
I read something about it had images. They left images of Hindu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. So your name, please?
Jasmine.
Yeah. So what's about? Can you explain further? So what's about that types of civilization? What's about? So again, that they call the Indus Valley tradition before the Iron the Veda tradition. Let me let me type for you and show you guys. Yes.
This is Martha. Weren't those cities pre-Aryan before the Aryans migrated to that area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me share with you guys this one here. They call Indus Valley civilization, and that's related to that that's era there. It's about more than 5500 BC. Okay, and you see that they have the bath pool for people to cleanse themselves, not like swimming pool, but to cleanse themselves before they go to do the prayer. And these are the Indus Valley civilization here. This is all kind of image right here. And they right here in this area, this is the place between India and Pakistan right here. All right, and you see that this is the great bath. That's where they bathe, where they they bathe themselves before they went to do the prayer. And this is one of the earliest civilization in India right here. This is can see that. This is the image of the priest, and this is the seal of the bull, and that's just called and that's the bull here, the bug here. Okay. All right, so let's go back here. And number two, the next question. Please try to participate, okay? Otherwise you miss that. All right, now next one. Describe the imperative aspect of ancient proto-Hindu religion in prehistorical India. Who would like to do number 4? Who would like to do number 4? Now the proto-Hindu religion that prehistorical India was about. Anyone of you want to respond? What does this mean? So basically, anyone of you? So basically, before the Aaron came to the valley, and so they call the proto-Hindu religion. That means the native religions, and of course they follow that type of tradition of worshiping their own god, and they have the kind of tradition. They do the red bath to cleanse themselves before going to do the prayer. They have all kinds of seal cultivation and so forth. Okay. So now next one, describe the original sources of the caste system as a Hindu social division. It's pretty easy question. It's a very famous. Yes, anyone of you? Anyone you want to do this? Now, when we started,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Does somebody else have it?
Who would like to do this?
So, Martha, does anybody else have it? 'Cause I have it.
Anyone of you like to do this question?
Okay. I'll go and read add-on.
This is Danielle. I can
Speak
answer.
up, please. Your name, please.
Danielle, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Your name?
I guess it would be the Ari. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the Aryans invaded, and then they pretty much used the caste system to control population and to kind of I don't know. I guess it would just be like have a system to help with like conflict, social conflicts. I guess.
Why? You know why they create that kind of system? That's why that kind of caste system.
Was it to? It was controlling the population.
That's a point. And they divide into how many classes?
4.
Yeah, can you spell out?
No, I can't.
No, go ahead, William.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. That's okay. Yeah, go try. Go ahead. Yeah. If you don't speak, please mute your audio so that it won't echo. Okay, go ahead, William, please.
Apologies about that. So, caste system has its origins, if memory serves correctly, in
Can you?
Is there any if I just further in text from it to avoid the feedback?
What's that?
The chat. Can I just type it into the chat?
No, just talk. That's okay. Just talk then. That's fine. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, William. What are they? What are the 4 classes?
Well, you have the problem. You were trying to. Let's see. The head. There's 4 from the head, and then you have the warrior caste. It's the arms. Then this servant feet. Yes. According to Veda, they're
102.
So I cannot hear you clearly. So let's spell out the first one. What's the first class? A1. Yes.
I think the first class would have been the priests.
Yes.
Who were considered like upper caste, highest caste.
Yeah. Second one. How about second class?
The ruler.
The rulers, the royal recently. How about the third one?
The producers.
The third one?
The skilled workmen, the producers, the craftsmen.
And also.
Yeah, the mercantile class. Good.
The business people. And the last.
Yeah, the business. Right.
Yeah, and the last one.
The servants, who are the feet.
You know, I went to India 1998 and 1999. I saw this kind of tradition still practiced nowadays for thousands of years. And you know, in America, right, we see many homeless people who live under the bridge, right? But in India, who guess who sleep under the bridge? Who are the poor people? You know, the servant, the poor class, because they could not have the chance to climb up to the ladder of society. Their children could not have much chance to go to school, to university, to have good education, because they belong to the lower class. Right? Only the upper class could have a chance to study, to take part in the position in the government, not the lower class. But of course, they open now. They not right. And also, let me show you. This is the idea. That's the original idea that they discriminate people. Right here. They say that the Brahmin was born from the head of prison of the Brahmin, and the warrior, the ruler, were born the chest and arm of the Brahmin, of the Brahma, the farmer, the trader, the merchant, born in the Thai and shoot out the laborers, born the fit and the untouchable, like the street sweeper and so forth. What they call outcasts, untouchable people that not belong to any kind of class, according to Hindu traditions. And again, the idea is that when the Aryan came to North India, they tried to destroy or eradicate that Hindu civilization and replace it with the Veda tradition that follow this type of classification of people, and it's still carrying on nowadays. Okay, so let's move on. The next question. Let me see him. All right, next question. Name. Okay, describe the three crucial factors that prefer the spread of devotion to Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma in the last 2 million years. So this means at first, let me go. Let me share you guys my screen. Who is the Brahman in Hindu tradition? Who is Brahman? Who is Brahma? Who is that?
Those are the priests.
No, Brahmin is the priest, and who is Brahma?
Oh, I can't answer that.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the divine, I guess, the beginning. He's the one. He, giving him the gender. That's one of the where like Vishnu and Shiva are described.
Okay. Sorry, before you speak, please tell your name so that I can record your participation for voice. Okay, your name, please.
This is Nelly.
Okay. So who is Brahma? First of all, who is Brahma? God.
One of the gods.
God of what? We have in Hinduism, we have three types of God. God of creation, God of destroying, and what? God of what? Three type of God in Hinduism. Right? Did I know that? The three type of God. Okay, God of creation, God of upkeeping, and God of destruction. Right? So
I don't think so.
okay, so who are they? So who is the Brahma? Brahma is the god of what?
This is Matthew speaking. I think Brahma is the god of creation. Is that right?
Yes, god of creation. And how about who is Vishnu?
My name is Phước Nguyen. He is the preserve the universe.
Yeah. And who is Shiva? What's the god of what?
Destroys the universe.
God of destroy. Okay, so those are the three types of God in Hinduism, and somehow they, in according to Hinduism, yeah, three gods come from one, the supreme one, and every one of them has different function, but actually they came from a Brahma god. Okay, so this is why later on Hindu people they worship all kind of gods, and they still consider those gods that belong or came from the Brahma god, the ultimate god, a supreme god. Okay. All right. So okay, let's go to the next question. Please remember to spell your name, okay, so that I can record your names as well as giving your credit, okay. Next one, name and explain briefly the Hindu essential text that structure the philosophical Vedanta's tradition. Anyone of you? How about the Veda textbook of the Hindu? Anyone of you respond to this question before?
This is Lillian.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So the question is about explain briefly the Hindu essential texts that structure the philosophical Vedanta tradition, which is based on my reading. A lot of the original, like oldest texts had religious texts dealt with like love and chivalry, Likewise, a lot of it dealt with sort of a more, like, I wouldn't say loosey-goosey, but a lot of the earlier texts, there wasn't like one holy book or one prophet or one singular sort of source of sort of like knowledge, like a well of knowledge. It was more like flexible, and that is what led to like a more philosophical interpretation of the religion, which is what led to the more philosophical Vedanta tradition of like worshiping any kind of god, or like tailoring a religious experience to what you need specifically. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, that's a pretty good response. Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, let's just move on to the next question. Thank you. Please remember to spell your name, okay? So that I can give you the credit. Name some Hindu reformers. Let me share with you the screen too. Please try to respond, okay? So that can get 5 points, okay? Name some Hindu reformers since the 18th century AD and provide their biography. Just explain or give.
This is Andy.
Yes, go ahead, please.
So the one that I read about is Brahmo Samaj.
Okay.
And he was in monotheism.
Okay.
He believed in monotheism, and he was one of the first higher social class that actually went to Europe, and that he actually didn't learn English until later on when he moved over to the West.
Okay. Yeah, there's many of them. Yeah, you can type online. Type Hindu reformers. There's plenty of them. All right. So the next question is pretty easy, and that's many of you have done. Okay. The next question is explains the reason why, even though most Hindu people consider themselves monotheistic, they worship multiple deities at home and at a temple. Easy question.
I can do this one.
Your name, please.
It's Isaac.
Yeah, please.
Many of them consider themselves monotheistic because often they feel that one God is the one supreme God, or they believe in one truth. And I believe typically it's Brahman that they believe is supreme God. And yet at the same time, at home in a temple, they'll have idols of other smaller gods that they will pray to in order to bring them good luck or good fortune, etc.
Okay, good. This pretty easy question, huh? So the next question is similar, but you can explain different way. Right? Describe why many Hindu people consider a single Godhead could be transformed into all divinities. Anyone of you? It's easy question too. Anyone of you try to explain? Okay, this is. Yeah, go ahead. Your name, please.
My name is Lynn. I answered another question, but I did my reading on this question specifically, so I can answer.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I just based it on the reading, like a lot of the earlier religious texts was, it felt more personal and more intimate. And because there was no, unlike, Christianity, there is the Bible, there is the God, there is the Adam and Eve. But in like Hinduism, there isn't one specific interpretation. And I said that the reason why there's so many, like the idea that one God could transform into all divinities had to do with like this open-ended sort of origin in Hinduism, and also because India, where a majority of Hindu people reside, like it's such a big population with so many dialects and so many castes, positions, and just it's so diverse that there will come from it a great deal of interpretation. And that's why people think, Brahma can't be one gender, one form. Brahma can be anything. Brahma can take on any form and serve all of our interests all at once. That's what I said in my reading. Yeah.
Good. That's great. Thank you. All right. So the next question, let me move on. The next question is Let me share with you guys. Okay, the next question is compare and contrast the Brahman and Atman according to Hindu views. Who can do that? What's mean Atman? What's mean Brahman? What's mean? Any one of you have read this part?
I'd like to try it.
Yeah, please. Your name?
Matthew.
Yeah,
I
please.
think it was talking about like Brahman is this overseeing power, like the soul.
Okay.
And then I think is the Atman is the flesh, or like the people of the flesh.
Actually,
that was the most I gathered from it.
Okay. Anyone else like to share about this idea, about this question? Okay. So the idea is Atman, according to Hindu views, is like the permanent self. Okay. That's everlasting self. Okay. The Brahman is the one who create the universe, or just the super beings. So that's what's the difference between these two ideas. So according to Hinduism, they say that there's one super beings that create everyone's, and everyone has a type of atman, okay, that they can practice the spiritual path to go back to, to activate or to be united with the Atma or Brahman. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Describe these characteristics of Hindu goddess Devi, Parvati, and Bika, Kali, and Durga. Who can do that? It's all the goddess in Hinduism. Any one of you? So who is those goddess? No? Okay, so any one of you? So remember in Hinduism, they have God and goddess, right? We have Devis. Devis just mean goddess. And they have the Ambika. Ambika is the goddess that appears in different transformation of uh, the wives of the Brahman. That's mean Devi. Okay, and Kali is the goddess of fearsome. And actually, let me tell you a story. There's one famous story regarding about a Chinese monk who went to India to seek for Buddha teaching, and on the way he met people, the Hindu people who worship this Kali goddess, and actually they perform what called human sacrification. So after they caught him, they plan to kill him to sacrifice. His name is Xuan Chan for their Kali goddess, and somehow because of his sincerity, he recited the Buddhist sutra, and somehow they saw a different goddess that came down and protect him. That's why later on they gave up that idea to kill him, to sacrifice for their goddess. So that's the relate to that story. And the Kali goddess is the fifth, the fearsome one. That's that try to protect people as well as try to dispel the evil according to Hindu traditions. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay, describe describe the distinctive histories and mythical function of some Hindu gods and goddesses. Who can do that? About any one of you? Any kind of story about, let's say, Brahma or Shiva or Vishnu? Any one of you? You know, these 10 incarnation of the god Vishnu. Anyone you know that? Okay, so they have 10, you can say that 10 avatars of the Hindu god Vishnu. I will show you guys here. Okay, the first. Okay, let me. Yeah, when you study Hinduism, you're supposed to know those avatars here. The master of the fish. That's one transformation of this Vishnu god. Okay, and the next one is the tortoise. All right, the Kumar. The next one is the boar. That's another transformation of the god, the Vishnu. And the next one is the man lion, half lion, half man. And the five is the trap. Okay, and the next one is angry man. The next one is the perfect man. That's seventh one, the law of Rama. And later on, you study about Ramayana. That is the legend, the legendary story that relates to Rama, the one who rescued his wife. And the number 8 is Lord Krishna, divine statement. It's really famous. When you study Hinduism, you would not miss this kind of God. That is transformation of Vishnu, God. Vishnu is God, all right, the Lord Krishna. I don't know whether you have seen some Hindu people, they go around and hit the drum. That's they follow the Krishna tradition, all right? They worship that God. And the ninth is the Krishna elder brothers. And the last one is the mighty warrior. And later on, they even adopt Buddha as one of their Vishnu transformation body too. So that's what about. Okay. So let's move on. The next one. Explain. Actually, the last one. Explain specifically the mythical function of Ganesha, elephant's head, and its mouth companion. What's significant meaning of this Ganesha god?
I think I can answer that one.
Yeah, please. It's easy, right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
The whole mouse and elephant thing. The elephant is able to trample over big obstacles, and the mouse is able to weasel its way through small ones. I believe that's the idea. It's because he's the god of often seen as overcoming obstacles or pushing forward.
I think the mouse. This is Martha. Wasn't the mouse more a representation of persistence, where it could continue?
Yeah. Okay. What else? So why?
This is Matthew. I wanted to chime in on something. I heard something from somewhere else that the mouse also serves as the control of worldly desires by the elephant, because typically the mouse would scare off the elephant, but since they're working together, it's kind of like overcoming that worldly desire.
Okay.
Well, and this is Martha again. I read that the mouse represented his vehicle, the elephant's vehicle, but I didn't know what that means. So maybe you could expound on that a little bit.
Okay. Anyone can help her out? Anyone else? Okay. So the elephants represent the big one, right? The serious one, the broad picture one, right? The important issue, right? The important matters that people can worship for this God to dispel, resolve the problem, resolve the most serious problem, the most important problems, right? And the mouse represent what? What do you think? The mouse represent the little things that people have to do every day, right? And so that's why they have this kind of companions. The elephants that stumble on all kind of big obstruction, and the mouse choose all kind of problem that they cannot solve in their daily life. Okay, so any more? Anyone want to add more? Okay, so let's start. That's all for the question for today. And if you miss that, sorry, you need to say something to get 5 points. Okay. All right. So let me come back here. Sorry, I need to.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
It's Isaac again. So when we did this week, we seemed to have done questions that we were supposed to answer for last week's assignment. So normally we're going to be answering the questions for this week or the questions from the previous week when we do these online meetings.
So you're supposed to respond to this week question. Yeah.
Okay. So even during the video conference, we're supposed to sign up for this week's questions.
Yeah, as well as it's related to the topic that we discussed about this week. I mean that the first couple of weeks we talked about Hinduism, right? Yeah, that's why somehow the first meeting, my first online meeting, I like to review with you guys this kind of information from Hinduism. Okay.
I see.
Okay. Any more question? All right. So how about this? Let's start with the attendance. Okay. You self with attendance the same way that I did before with you guys for the Kahoot. All right. So let me show you this and be ready. Please be ready for the Kahoot. Okay. This is the way I like to record your names or open your. Turn on your cell phone. Okay. And please remember to pick up any letter to register for your name. To check mark your name. That's all for this online meeting. Okay. Okay. So please enter the full name, please. So how many students we have? 14 or 15 today? Anyone missing? That's all. We have 14, right? Anyone missing? All right, 15. Okay. All right, ready? All right. So I can press any letters to record your participation today. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's all. All right, so this is our record for your participant today. Okay. All right, so don't worry about that. All right, so okay. Anyway, so any more question before we end this session? So please keep up, especially group presentation. Work together. Try your best to work together. Try to come up with the topic, the outline, and the PowerPoints, and please record to the YouTube or the MP4 and send the link. Submit the link to the Blackboard. That is for your group presentation. And of course, every week you need to do your homework. And the deadline is every Sunday evening. Okay. Any more question for me? All right, good. Yes, please, your name.
Oh, hi, Lillian. This is just a brief question. Toward the beginning of the voice call, I couldn't hear much, so I didn't get to hear some of the answers to the questions. Is it all right if I email you for clarification?
That's okay. You can ask me by email, but text to me. Yeah, I'm available anytime that you have questions regarding about this class. Okay. All right, right then. All right, thank you. Thanks for coming, and good luck on your work. And please keep up. Sorry, I may be delayed to grade your papers because I have all captains at beginner semester, especially the grand opening celebration. Before you go, you want to see my new center in Louisville, Kentucky? All right, just stay with me, okay? Be with me. I will show you the main hall. I bring my laptop. Let me turn off my video before when while I'm walking down on to the stair, okay? Just be with me there, okay? Just be with me. I will show you. I will show you guys my the main hall of my center in Louisville, Kentucky. That's where we have the grand opening celebration. And this is the largest Buddhist center in Louisville, Kentucky. If you visit the West, you can stop by here and view this center. And on this weekend, we have the mayor, U.S. attorney, and so forth, all the officer, government officer come to visit and participate in our center, our grand opening celebration too. Let me show you guys, okay? All right, can you see me? Can you guys see?
Yep.
Can you see that? This is our center here.
This one looks much larger than the one here in Sugarland.
Definitely, yeah. This is about 14,000 square foot. We have first level and the half basement too.
Wow.
Yeah, this big center. In Houston, actually I just started my center in Houston since 2015. I've been here in this West since 2001. That's why many people know me well at this area. And of course, that's why I teach at Indiana University before I came to Houston to teach. All right. So again, thank you. So good luck for you guys and work on your assignment. If you have any question, let me know. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you. See you then.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you.
Okay. Bye.
See you.
See you. If you guys want to start to ask me any question, you guys can say back. It's up to you guys. Okay. You have have question for me? Okay. You have question or you want to? If you want to go, that's fine. I cannot hear you. Okay.